What is up guys, this is Vishu from SavageCamp, and in today's video I'm going to start a new series with DigitalOcean. Actually let me remove my flux. Okay, so I'm going to start a new series where I will talk more about Linux stuff, because a lot of people who are in college don't use Linux that much. You might be using macOS, but there are a lot of things you can do with Linux that you're not doing every day. So for this series, what we are going to do is create a droplet, and in this droplet I'm going to go over some of the basic stuff that you should know while using Linux, because with all this cloud stuff coming up, you are going to run into Linux operating systems. So it's better to actually have some idea about it, so you're not totally clueless and you don't have to learn this during the job, because it's pretty easy once you get used to it. So we will start off with how to create a new droplet. So I'm using DigitalOcean. If any of you guys want it, I'll put a referral link. It's pretty good. It's very easy to use. You can of course use AWS, but I like DigitalOcean. I find the UI and the documentation more helpful over here. So let's create a droplet. So droplet is like the smallest system that you will get in the cloud. So here we have different operating systems. I already have CentOS, so I'm going to do Ubuntu, and I don't need NVMe. I'm just going to go with a regular SSD. Actually, let me delete my droplet before I create a new one. So destroy and destroy this droplet, and I didn't really had much in there, so I don't really care. But let's create CentOS again, because I want to move towards Linux stuff and not Debian stuff. So CentOS with, let's go with the NVMe, and I'm going to select London. And for your tutorial I'm going to show how to add an SSH key. So I already have SSH keys. I have like 3 of them, but I'm going to create a new one to show you how to create this. So you can search for PuttyGen, and this will open up this window where you have to click on, make sure RSA is selected, click on generate and move your mouse over here. This is going to generate a new key for you. So save public key, and I'm going to name this as id underscore rsa dot pub for public, and save private key without a passphrase id rsa private dot ppk. Oh, so I don't have to put ppk, which is putty private key. Save this and then close it. Actually I didn't need to close it, I need this again. Once you have the private key, load an existing one, use the private one, and this is going to give you this whole public key text, and you have to copy this, paste it over here, my new CentOS. So I added the SSH key, and then just create a droplet. So the reason you have to use SSH is because this operating system is sitting in some data center where I cannot physically go in and put my keyboard and mouse and try to work on that. So I'm going to remotely, sitting in my house in London, I'm going to connect to this droplet using SSH and work on this. So once the droplet is created, click on this IP address to copy it, open putty, put that over here, and remember we created a public key, and that is the way of authentication. We are not using password, we are using key authentication. So when you're using key authentication, you have to specify the key in here. not in data, in SSH, in auth, you have to browse and select the key that we just created, this one. Once I open, this key is loaded in this putty session right now. In the session, I'm going to put the name and I will save this as DigitalOcean and click on open. So the first time you try to connect, it is going to give you a warning. Click on accept and it is asking which username should I log in as. So usually AWS has EC2-user. DigitalOcean will just give you root access. So you can use the root one and you are in this machine. So if I do an uptime, you will see it started a minute ago. And if I do a host name, you can see it is our CentOS London machine. So that is it for this video, guys. This is just a tutorial of how to create a droplet in DigitalOcean. Pretty easy. And I think that is it. I want to keep this short. In the next video, we will go over some more Linux commands. But if you haven't, try this out. It's $5. I would recommend just having an instance on the cloud because it's a good flex on your resume. You don't need to do this in any way. Remember, AWS will give you 1 year free. You don't have to do this, but having your own stuff on a DigitalOcean droplet, it's good. I would certainly be impressed, and I think that is it. That is it for this video, guys. I'm going to put an affiliate link for this droplet. So if you want to try that out, just try it out. And if you do, just let me know. I'll help you create a project on this droplet. And that's it, guys. I will see you guys in the next video.